Today on 21st Century Business, explore state-of-the-art technology, innovative business strategies, insights from cutting-edge corporations around the globe, a visionary look into the answers of tomorrow, today. Business leaders, business solutions, 21st Century Business.
Many businesses have difficulty hiring, training, and retaining safe drivers. And these days, the penalties for unsafe drivers are severe, partly responsible for a commercial driver shortage. Now, one of the nation's most successful creators of high-tech military simulation and training is turning its attention to the training of professional drivers. We are joined by Dennis Corrigan, president of L3DPA. Thanks for being here, Dennis.
Oh, thanks very much for having us.
Also joining us from L3DPA is Laura McMillan, Program Manager of Commercial Training. Welcome to you too, Laura.
Thank you, Jackie.
Dennis, L3DPA is well known as a training technology provider in the defense market. Tell me about that background and how it applies in driver's training.
I suppose most people recognize that military operations is an inherently risky business. And DPA, for the last 25 years, has been developing training materials for the soldier, the sailor, the airman, and the Marine to get them 100% prepared to be able to do their job and whatever they find themselves in. In the transportation arena, I think there are equally some potential risk areas. And that happens basically when something goes wrong or someone makes a bad decision. Our success in combining simulation with training, I think, has a spillover ability into the transportation world, because I think that we can benefit companies and we can benefit individual drivers. And that's because there's a common denominator between the two sectors. They still have to operate those vehicles in a safe and efficient manner. And there is an entire environment out there that has to be dealt with on a daily basis. And that environment can be the result of tremendous traffic. It can be surrounded by drivers with less skills than the truck driver has. It can be weather. It can be construction on the road. It can be a tire blowout. We're able to bring that type of training to that environment and improve both the safety and the efficiency that is available for each of the drivers and the companies that support them.
Now, Laura, you say you're not a simulator company, but a training company. Explain.
Well, first of all, we are a company that manufactures high-end customizable driver simulation. But that being said, a simulator is a piece of aluminum with wiring and computers and such. No one becomes a safer driver by driving one of our simulators in a virtual world all day. Without curriculum, courseware, scenarios, and sometimes an instructor who can guide an individual driver through practice and exercise so that they can become better, our training assessments show that they don't necessarily become a safer driver. That's why we advocate a comprehensive approach, which we call a total training solution. We bring a wealth of knowledge in terms of the use of simulation technology and integrate that with various tools and technologies to yield our clients the best, safest result. We bring an instructional development process to our clients so that our clients are assured of receiving the best written, verbal, spoken, and skills-based training program possible for the company and for their employees.
Well, let's see how DPA's total training solution works out in the real world in this 21st Century Business Field Report.
L3DPA understands human performance and how to improve upon it by implementing a well-conceived plan that leverages a variety of tools and tactics to achieve creating the best, safest, and most productive professional drivers out on the road today.
First and foremost, the benefits of simulation-based training is that it improves the overall quality of training for drivers. And secondly, and certainly important, is it allows us to train effectively and safely in a shorter period of time.
L3DPA offers their clients comprehensive curriculum analysis, high-quality training materials and products, providing them with an effective and engaging delivery and robust evaluation and assessment.
There's really three benefits to simulation that we have seen. First of all, what we've learned is that drivers trained with simulation perform better from a safety perspective. Secondly, and this was somewhat unexpected, that the retention rates of drivers trained in simulation is better than those trained given conventional means. And we think largely that's driven by the fact that we reduce some of the anxiety of driving that big rig in simulation. And then lastly, what we found is that we have been able to compress our training cycle time and train more effectively in a shorter period of time, which certainly enhances our revenue generating capability.
What L3DPA offers is better than simulation, providing a full range of customized, tailored programs that integrate and optimize a combination of instructor-led training, online and web-based courseware, and virtual simulation that is proven to improve the driver's decision-making skills.
So Dennis, define it for us. What is a total training solution?
Total training solution for us is developing and advancing human performance, which means that we have to start with an understanding of what the real needs are for the driver trainers. And that then leads to interactive courseware, instructor-led scenarios that are worked with the driver. It's a chance to get in a simulator and then practice those scenarios. And then it's doing an evaluation at the end to make sure that we have achieved a training to advance that human performance. So in our context, we'll present a concept or an element of how operations should occur. We'll test individuals to see if they understand that concept, and then we'll put them in a simulator. And during that time in the simulator, we'll be able to throw different scenarios at them so that they can test their ability to develop and make good decisions. We know when we've been effective, when the human performance has been improved, when our drivers can make and practice good decisions before they have to do it in real life.
It sounds very exciting, actually.
It is, it is.
Laura, what type of clients and industries do you work with?
We have a wide variety of clients. We work with short-haul motor carriers as well as long-haul motor carriers. And in terms of the client size, anywhere from small private fleets to large over-the-road fleets. We also support bus companies, law enforcement, fire and emergency personnel, and we also provide specialty training for the mining industry.
I'd like to hear a little more about the key features of your products, both the simulators and the online courseware.
From an online course perspective, we provide online courseware that can be delivered via the internet or via CD or DVD, and it's mobile training for the driver. For both simulation and online courses, our courses are designed using the latest in adult learning technology and technique so that we can maximize the trainee experience and optimize the retention of the training.
Fantastic. So Dennis, does a client have to buy a simulator?
Absolutely not. In fact, many of our clients don't have the means to buy a simulator. I don't mean they don't have the money to buy the simulator. They may not have the place to put the simulator. And they may not have the staff that can make the simulator, as Laura discussed earlier, work for them. So we developed a training offering that allows us to take our trainers and a trailer with a simulator mounted inside it to our customers, not just to where our customer's headquarters is, but perhaps even where that customer's drivers might be located, wherever that is in the United States.
Wow. Now, Laura, I know you talk about being very customer-centric in your approach, as Dennis was just alluding to. What kind of problems do your clients come to you with?
Typically, our clients will have issues across 3 areas. They may want to or need to improve their safety results. They may also need to be wanting to lower their operational costs, or they may need training to meet certain federal and state-based mandatory training requirements.
Dennis, what is the scale of these problems, and do they matter across the industry? Do they matter to the economy?
You know, absolutely they do matter. Whether it's saving resources, conserving resources so that our world today has more of them, like diesel fuel, or for the general public, having a safer driver on the road makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
So let me give you a quick example. We've had a customer with 2,500 fleet drivers, and they estimated that if they could just get their fleet drivers to save on fuel by just changing their miles per gallon by 0.1%, to go from 8 to 8.1%, or whatever that tenth is, they could save $100,000.
Wow.
60 days after we completed the training, they'd had saved 4.9%.
Oh my God.
That's $4.9 million that company conserved in fuel costs.
Wow.
So there's a lot of benefit from that. And when it comes to the idea of the kind of training that we provide, we're a green technology. For the world as a green technology, we're moving down the carbon footprint, the carbon emissions that would have to occur if we were going to take a truck out on the road with an instructor sitting next to a driver.
Wow.
And then by and large, anytime we can save an accident, reduce the accident rate, we're saving something for all of the public that's involved. We do matter, and we do make a difference.
Absolutely. Now, Laura, you offer tailored, customized training programs to your clients. Tell us about how you go about working with your clients. What all does that involve?
Well, our first goal is to listen to our clients. So we spend time with them understanding their issues and their concerns and what improvements they want to see with training. And then we also understand from them how they measure those results. From there, we work together to develop a tailored, customized program that's very unique to that client to meet their specific needs. Regardless of what we're tasked to do in terms of delivery of training, our clients know that we are about measuring that ROI, measuring the effectiveness of training. So we measure the driver's performance before a training event and then after the training to ensure that we are achieving that effectiveness of training that the client is wanting. I think our greatest talent, though, is that we listen to our clients and we involve them in the development of the customization of a solution that is just right for them.
Wow. So Dennis, what is on the horizon for DPA?
Well, I think we've hit on a couple of them, but to sum it all up, we believe that our market capability to bring to the transportation industry, whether it's long-haul, short-haul trucks, can be extended to mining vehicles, it can be extended to fire and emergency, it can be also taken outside the borders of where we normally operate in the United States. We sell simulators all over the world, but we try to make a difference now by bringing a true training technology, a total training solution to them as well. So Canada, the Far East, Southeast Asia, Australia, places where we have been able to penetrate the market with the novelty of a simulator, now is going to be able to receive the same total training solution as an offering that we hope to provide to them.
Dennis and Laura, this just seems like such a brilliant and much needed extension of what DPA was already doing in the military simulation field. Great use of the technology, and I'd like to thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.